Okay, welcome, Rayleigh, to our Sunday morning team call. So today we're going to talk about, I really should have titled this like part one, but we're going to talk about batching good content. But you'll kind of see as I start to go through things like what the part one means, because next week we're going to talk about like content calendar and things like that. So if you're expecting to like actually have like content out of this, you will and you won't. But this is it was too much to put into just one. I want to share my screen. It was too much to put into one training, so we're going to split it. But I think this is good because you'll be able to. Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen and I can't do two things at once. I lost my train of thought. But you'll be able to start thinking about what this content's going to be, so that next week we can go into how to actually turn the content that you have rolling around in your head into actual things that you can put into your social media. So, I wonder, you guys, I'm the worst. Full screen, let's do that. Okay. First things first. So what we've been talking about for the past couple weeks is finding your niche, finding your ideal customer or client, and really learning how to provide them with value and information. So to dig a little bit deeper into that, we need to find the pain and the pleasure of the people that we're speaking to, so that they want to buy from us, so that they want to start their journey, so that we encourage and inspire them to make moves. And that way we can truly change their lives, because that's what they're looking for us to do. If they're buying something from us, they're looking for a change in what they're experiencing right now. So we have to have a solution, and we do have a solution, but we need to dig a little bit deeper, because there's a lot of people that have a solution, and there's a lot of people that have offered everyone a solution, and the solution doesn't work for them because they don't do it. Like, there's tons of reasons that people buy things and they're disappointed with it all the time, right? So we have to prove that what we're offering is going to work, okay? And we have to give them those specific reasons on why it's going to work and what the change in their life they're going to see. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so a good way to figure out what this is, think about think about what is keeping your ideal client up at night. What are they thinking about? What are they saying to themselves in the mirror? What are they saying to themselves in bed? What are they saying to their friends? Everybody has that negative self-talk, and it's almost like it makes you feel better when you say it to somebody else, because it's like, well, I'm going to say it so that if they're thinking it, they know that I already know it. Does that make sense? So what are those things that they're saying? And I'm talking like specific. Like, are they looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, wow, I can't believe that I let myself look like this? Or, wow, what happened in the last 5 years? Or, wow, how can I get from where I am right now to actually having muscle and feeling not as weak? Like, think about what that person is saying. And this is going to take some market research, and that's something we can talk about. But the easiest way to start is to think about, what were you thinking? Or what are you thinking? Or what were you thinking before you started your fitness journey, or what you were thinking before you started this business? What was going through your mind? Okay? And then once you have these specific words, and I'm not kidding you guys, this is important. You have to have specific words. Because if you're just saying, I can help you get healthy. Okay, there's a lot of people saying that. There's a lot of people telling every single person in this world, I can help you get healthy. That means nothing. That means nothing. You have to have specific, like, I can help you lose that baby weight that is making you feel less. I can help you get your energy back and play with your kids. So you feel like you can play with your kids. Or I can help you feel like it's worth it to get out of bed. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's how specific I'm talking. I don't care if you can help people get healthy, and neither do they. So the magic wand test is basically thinking about, like, okay, if somebody could, like, wave a magic wand in front of them, your ideal customer, they can wave a magic wand, what would their life look like after that? Because that's the pleasure piece of it. So you have to determine their pain. What is it that they're saying to themselves in the mirror, to their friends? What are their insecurities? What do they want to change? And then once they change that, what's the outcome that they're looking for? What's the result? What's that pleasure point that they are just searching for? Okay? Here's a couple examples. The pain. I just wish I didn't have to wake up in 3 hours to go to this job I hate. But if I don't, I can't pay the bills. This is more business related. So the pleasure. What do they want to see for their future? I would love to have a job where I can create my own hours, work at home with my babies, and be able to pay off our debt. So clearly this is somebody that would be a mom, okay? But what is, like, do you see how specific we're getting with their pain? Have you ever thought that? Have you ever been laying in bed and, like, okay, let's say you, like, wake up to pee, you look at the clock and you're like, okay, it's 3 a.m. Now I have to get up in 3 hours. That really sucks because then I just have to go to work, do a job that I don't even like, with a boss that isn't even nice to me, and I'm working for him so that he can get all these bonuses and drive a super nice car, and here I am. Have you ever thought that? That's the kind of stuff you can use. If you haven't thought that, then your ideal customer isn't thinking that. But that's just an example for us as network marketers. Another example. This would be more of a health and fitness one. I'm so healthy. I don't even eat gluten or dairy, but I still can't figure out what the F is causing this fatigue and hormonal acne. So this would be like, you guys would have, I'm trying to get like super, super specific. If you don't have a background in something like this, not even just a background, but like if this isn't something that you've struggled with and like found a solution for and like use Beachbody as a solution, like this wouldn't be the greatest example, but I just want to show you like how specific we're trying to get. Okay. So then their pleasure would be, I want to find a health coach who can help me figure out these symptoms with balance so I can stop feeling so stressed at every single meal and like stop thinking that my food is poisoning. Okay. Because there's a lot of people who struggle with this. And there's a lot of people who have healed these things through health and fitness. And if that's something that has worked for you, you can talk about that. Okay? All right. So let's talk about, we're going to talk about the journey of your ideal client. Okay? And there's a couple pieces to this. So first, I want you to start thinking about what the solution you have is, the features, the benefits, like what we have to offer more than just, oh, I drink a shake every day. Oh, I do workouts every day. Oh, I'm in this boot camp. Like, people don't care about that. People don't necessarily care that you're doing these things. That means nothing. They want to know how that has changed the quality of your life. Okay, so what has coaching done for you that has changed the quality of your life? Has it given you a sense of purpose? Has it given you a sense of community? What has it done that you can talk about? Because people don't care. I mean, yes, people care that you can make money from Wi-Fi. They care about all those cool things. but they don't really care about the specifics, at least not yet. The thing that's going to pull them in are the benefits, the solutions, all the positives. So if you have more energy now that you're working out consistently, or if you're seeing results that you never saw when you were in the gym, like that's the kind of stuff you can talk about. It doesn't, at the end of the day, like big picture, Beachbody doesn't matter. I don't care if you work for Beachbody. I don't care if you're an independent health coach. I don't care if you work for freaking like Isagenix. That does not matter. What matters is how you can change somebody's quality of life, how you can provide people with a solution, and the benefits of what you have to offer. And like what, I feel like I'm kind of just like repeating myself over and over, but I kind of really want to hit home. Like what I'm trying to get at is the actual physical product is kind of secondary. Because if you can show people how their life can change, if you can show them how they can go from their pain to their pleasure, Beachbody is just the resource you're going to use to give them. Like that's kind of like the last piece is like, I can help you with this, this, and this. Let's change your life. These are the results you're going to get. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get the community. You're going to get the weight loss that you're going to be able to keep the weight loss. You're going to stop the yo-yo dieting. You're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, okay, I'm in. Okay, this is what you're going to get. This is everything you get with it. You get workouts, you get nutrition, you get supplements, you get a community, you get tracker sheets, you get everything. Okay, awesome. Now, Beachbody just happens to be what that is. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I'm not like confusing you guys more. But like, my point is that you don't come at people with, oh, now granted, the fact that we have on-demand workouts that we can do from home or anywhere or from the gym or whatever, like that matters. That's important. But again, it's not, oh, hey, look, I have Beachbody on demand. People don't know what that is. Maybe people do. Maybe people do know what that is. But you just saying, oh, here's my Shakeology. Okay. All right. Instead, it should be more of like, this is what Shakeology has done for me. It's completely changed my digestion. It's boosted my metabolism. It keeps me lean even when I'm not eating the most healthy for the week. If I stick with my Shakeology, I don't. If I have crappy nutrition for a week but still drink Shakeology every single day, I don't gain weight. It's insane. Because my body needs those nutrients and it just digests everything better and it boosts my metabolism. And it's not with some like secret magic pill. It's with the things that you find in the earth. Like that's pretty cool, right? And that's the stuff that people are interested in. Not, here's my Shakeology. It is a shake that, I don't even know. Like people don't care that you're drinking a shake every day. They care about the solution that the shake is giving you. They don't care that you're working out every single day. They care about the convenience of it. They care about why you're doing these specific workouts, okay? Hopefully this is all making sense. Okay, the emotional journey that people go through as they get to know you on social media. You've probably heard it before, but people will never, ever, 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 ever join you if they do not know, like, and trust you, okay? So it starts with them getting to know you. So knowing that you exist, basically. So that could be like them finding you on Instagram and following you. That could be you showing up on their page with a nice comment, a follow, whatever, and then them going to your page and seeing that you exist. And then having them get to like you is going a little bit deeper. Okay, so what's the first thing you do when you go to somebody's page? You probably, maybe you look at a couple pictures, but honestly, you probably watch their stories, right? That's like definitely one of the first things you do because you know that their stories give you a more intimate connection with them, okay? So this is how they figure out if they want to continue to follow you. This is how they figure out, like, if they think that you have the same vibe as them. I think you can figure out pretty quick especially if someone's like face to camera on their Insta story, you can tell if you're gonna like them. Like maybe they're funny, maybe they're educational, maybe they just like have like a good vibe. Maybe they look like somebody that you would have coffee with. And that's how people think. Like it's totally a subconscious thing, but they watch your Insta story, they look at your photos, they read your captions, and they can tell pretty much like instantly, or like just with a little bit of that, if they're going to keep following you and if they think that you would vibe, or if they think that at least there's a possibility that you would vibe. So once you have that, you have to keep showing up for them and gain their trust. Okay. And this is through educational content. This is through opening up and being you, sharing everything about you and sharing the weird stuff, the quirks, sharing, I don't know, anything unique to your life, sharing a little bit about your animals or your kids or your husband or whatever. And sharing value. That's important too. And sharing results of other people. Okay? Sharing results from you, sharing your own results, sharing results of other people. And this is how they start to trust you. And once you got that trust, then they get to the point where it's like, okay, I have to do this because my life's going to change. And I finally found the thing that can get my life to change. And then the last piece is the loyalty. And this is basically like, this is more so once they sign up, be there for them. Give them the solution that you promised them. Now, granted, they have to do the work, but you have to show up for them and be their biggest fan and their biggest cheerleader so that they don't stop showing up. Okay? Because you don't sign people up just to be like, okay, cool, awesome, good luck. Have awesome workout. See you later. Keep drinking Shakeology. Like that's not what we are about. We are about community. We are about bringing people in and helping them get results. Whether that's as a customer or a client. I mean, as a client or a coach. That's why we have all the resources we have. That's why we have a team page. Okay? And you guys don't have to create your own like groups yet. You can. But you don't have to. I have that stuff for you. You just have to show up in these groups for your people. Show them you're there. Show them you care. Show them you're there. Show them you care. And show them that they can get results. And don't give up on them because they'll be less likely to give up on themselves if you don't give up on them. Okay? Okay. The intellectual journey. Do they want what you are offering? That's not going to be a yes for everybody. And that's okay. That sounds scary, especially at the beginning of your business. You're like, I just want anybody to sign up. Please, I don't care who they are, what they want. I just want them to sign up. But that's not really going to help you, especially in the long run. So think about your bio. What does your bio say? Does your bio say cat mom, fitness lover? I don't even know. Avocado fanatic, like jump frog, whatever. I don't know. People say weird stuff in their bio. Sometimes they're really funny. Sometimes they're clever. But at the end of the day, this is a business. And yes, you want people to relate to you. You want people to know who you are. But you need in your bio so that when somebody comes, like okay, and I don't want you guys to all go look at my bio and then copy my bio because guess what? We are different. I'm different than every single one of you. Some of us might be a little bit more similar than others, but we don't all need to have the same bio. So I'm not even going to tell you what mine says. You guys are probably all going to go look. But like, that's not my point. You need to think about what is that pain and pleasure. Think about the pain. Okay, I help women. What was the example we used? I help women who struggle with fatigue gain their energy back so that they can play with their kids. Like, I'm literally talking that specific, you guys. I help women get out of the yo-yo diet and live a healthy lifestyle. I don't know, that's a stupid one. But like, you guys get what I'm saying. So it gets easy once you have your pain and pleasure, okay? Because you just literally take your pain and then you take your pleasure and you put them into a sentence together. And you tell people that you can help the people with the pain get to the pleasure point. Does that make sense? Maybe it depends what stage in your business you're in right now. If you're like really just wanting to focus on customers and clients, then focus more on that. If you're wanting to focus more on like finding coaches who want to work the business with you, focus more on that. Like right now, my bio says something more like that. Like basically, it does not say this, but basically saying like people that want to work from Wi-Fi or people that want to work from home, I can help you do that. It sounds better than that. But so, okay, then what would be your pain and pleasure? Okay, I help stay-at-home moms find their sense of purpose, or I help stay-at-home moms what's the word I'm looking for? Provide. I help stay-at-home moms feel like they can provide for their family, or like that's not exactly what I'm thinking, but you guys get the point. Where I help corporate women find their sense of fulfillment, or I help corporate women find their freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, whatever. What is it that you want to help people do? And then get really specific so that as you're, because this is my point. This is why this is so important, because when you go and you're doing your connections and you are following new people and connecting with new people and commenting on their stuff and expecting them to follow you back, okay, well, guess what? They have to go to your profile to follow you back. So if your profile doesn't have a solution to their problem, they're going to be less likely to A, know that you even are a business, and B, to know that you can help them with something that maybe they're struggling with. And they're going to be more likely to keep following you and keep watching you. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So through your content, do these ideal clients know what they need? Okay, so are you providing enough educational content? Because that's another way that people are going to learn to trust you, is if you're giving them free value. Give them your best stuff. Give them what you would give your challengers. Give them even maybe more than you would give your challengers. I mean, you should be giving your challengers more than you're giving your people. But like, you can give them equal. Okay? Don't do it at the same time, or else your challengers are going to be like, what the heck? Why did she literally give everybody else the exact same thing? But you can do it at different times. And you can just share. Just share information, share solutions publicly. Don't be afraid to give too much information, because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, well, if I give them everything, like they're never going to sign up. That's not how that works. And that's a scarcity mindset. And if you have that mindset, do some personal development around scarcity mindset. There's so many like podcasts and things like that around that. But that's how people learn to trust you. Okay? It's really easy to buy from somebody that you know you've gotten a solution from already, right? Because you're like, well, if they gave me that much for free, how awesome is it going to be if I have like everything that they have? Probably going to be pretty good, right? So that's why this educational content that I've been talking about is so important. As you are talking on your stories, don't ever forget to do a call to action. There are a lot of people that say you can do a call to action in your stories every single day, and I don't disagree with that. It doesn't have to be like join my group now, but it can be something like a little bit more mellow isn't really the word I'm looking for, but like it doesn't have to be so obvious. It can be a soft call to action, like during something I've been doing lately is sometimes like during my workout videos, I'll be like, want to work out with me? DM me. And like, do I get a lot of DMs? No, but I'm planting the seed so that new people on my page know that I have that to offer. Okay, because if you're doing all these things and providing all this stuff and people don't even know that you actually have like a product to sell, then you're really never going to sell anything, because they probably just think that you're an influencer that's trying to do something, but they don't know what it is. Like, how many people do you see online that aren't actually selling anything, but they're doing what we do. First of all, those are the perfect people to invite to do what we do, but that's a conversation for another day. But I see those people all the time when I'm doing my connections. And so we have to set ourselves apart in a way that shows, like, by the way, I have something to offer you. Like, if you want like even more than what you're getting here, let's chat, because I can get you into my boot camp. Like I said, like it can be, sometimes it's going to be like a big call to action where you do an entire series on your story talking about exactly what we've been talking about, the pain, the pleasure, like the solutions you have, the results people have gotten, what your offer is, why now's a great time to join. Like, sometimes you're going to do that, but I probably wouldn't do that more than once a week. But every single day, if okay, I should put this caveat on there. If you are sharing valuable content every single day, and you're showing up, and you're showing that you're eating healthy, and you're showing that you're doing your workouts, and you're showing some of your lifestyle, and you're showing and you're giving value, and you're giving free content, if you're doing that every single day, then you can also do a soft call to action every single day. If you're showing up with a picture of you and your shake, and then maybe a workout move or like a post-workout selfie and like a picture of your dog, that doesn't count. Because then you look salesy. Because then if you put those three things and then you put a call to action, people are like, who's this bitch? Like, that's not the same. And if you want to talk about that, and if you're like confused on like what I'm saying, let's talk privately, or like let's talk individually. But like, that's important. So I want to make sure to clarify that. And again, are you constantly giving them solutions to the problem that you've identified for them? And this should be every single day. Are you constantly giving them value? Are you constantly giving them pieces of information so that they can go from their pain to their pleasure for free? Sorry, guys, I'm so thirsty when I talk this much. Okay. So, right now, at this point, this is like where we should be. What is your expertise? What is the pain and the pleasure of your ideal client? And you need to know the journey you are taking your ideal client on through your social media content. Okay, so that's like what we've established so far. So hopefully you're feeling like that. And I feel like these slides are maybe like more helpful than even like normal. So I'll share these with the recording. Okay, let's talk about content pillars. So this is kind of like what I was alluding to earlier. So this could be like, this actually could be exactly like what goes in your bio. And this is me. I help women stop the binge eating cycle and make a healthy lifestyle. Simple. But women that know that they struggle with the binge, they're going to be intrigued and they're going to see what I have to say. So some of the things that I could talk about around this: recipes, grocery lists, grocery hauls, things like that. Lifestyle and daily life. So that's what we talked about. Like, I would, share what I'm doing with Brent, or I would share that I'm like later I'm going to share that I'm like watching football, or like whatever, like those kinds of things. Okay. The things that basically provide no value, but show who you are. Show your relationship with your friends, family, significant other. Dig deeper into, basically have nothing to do necessarily with the problem and solution that you have, but get people to know who you are so that they can relate to you better. And I think that there's nothing out of, there's nothing that you can't say. There's nothing that you need to leave out. If there are things that you want to leave out, that's like a different conversation, but like there's nothing off limits, because this is actually one way that you will weed the people out that were never going to join you anyways, and gain more trust with the people that are on the fence, if that makes sense. So, but again, it has nothing to do necessarily with like the pain and pleasure points that we talked about, but it should be the inside knowledge of people. It should be the thing that makes people feel like you're their best friend, because they know everything about you. And I'm not talking like dirty details, but like I'm talking about they know what your life looks like in general. But that's only going to be 20% of anything you share. Okay, so don't overdo it. So if you're sharing a ton of value and a ton of content that people are clearly enjoying and liking, then that means you get to share more lifestyle. Okay. Number 3, fitness. So fitness tips, my workouts that I share every single day. Basically anything like fitness related that I think could help my ideal client. Hacks on how to get out of the binge and restrict cycle. What are the things that I do when I have like a really bad sweet tooth at night and I just want to eat, I don't know, a tub of ice cream? What do? Or like even like more general than that, like I could just give those tips. Like what are just some tips, like 5 tips on how to like get out of the binge and restrict cycle. Like that could be like a post, or it could be a story, or it could be a little bit of both. And then like educational nutrition content. So sharing this kind of like, it has to be different than like the recipes and grocery lists, but how I take lunch to work every single day so that I'm not tempted by the food trucks, or like little things like that. Like you have to get kind of creative, but those are the 5 things that I can talk about on my story every single day, or split them up throughout the week and focus on, let's say, 1 a day or something like that. Another example, I help women get paid to work out. So healthy living education, because they know that I do something with health and fitness, obviously, or else I wouldn't have said the workout thing. Work from Wi-Fi. So this is tips on basically being an entrepreneur, on working from home, on how to do those things. A complete lifestyle look. So this is important. So this could be on either example that we've looked at, but this is like sharing your shake and saying, I drink Shakeology every single day. Okay, like whatever, that's kind of boring. Now people are just gonna go look up Shakeology and buy it. Or you say, okay, I drink this smoothie every single day. I put spinach to get an extra boost of veggies because I have a hard time getting like enough servings of veggies a day. I put a superfoods blend that has protein and 70 plus superfoods so that I know I'm getting all the like vitamins and nutrients that my body doesn't get enough of. I put frozen fruit because it's delicious, and I put a little bit of almond milk to make it like a little bit more creamy, and then I blend it in my blender. And this is my breakfast and it's on the go. Or this is my afternoon snack because I need something, I like crave something sweet in the afternoon and I get hungry, and this is like a great way for me to like have something. Okay, like do you see the difference in those 2 things? Like sharing more than just Beachbody, or like instead of saying, oh, I'm doing morning meltdown 100, instead you would be like, I'm working from home. I'm working out at home. I have like, I set up this little spot in like our spare bedroom. I have some mats. I have adjustable weights that I got on Amazon, and then I stream my workout from my TV, and it's only 30 minutes. Do you see the difference? Do you see why one is more captivating than the other? People don't care what morning meltdown is. And if they're curious, they're just going to look it up. But this way they have to be like, oh, she's doing that. Like, I wonder what she's doing. But that's what the complete lifestyle look is. That's the difference between just showing like our product and showing the entire package of it. And again, this could be tailored more towards like your business or whatever. Again, lifestyle and behind the scenes. So that's always going to be like one of your pillars. And then workout tips and educational content around like working out and things like that. Okay. So those are just a couple examples, but see how like even with the like me being a network marketer, that's like what I'm showing in this case. This is where I'm living a little bit more right now. But do you see like how I kind of marry everything together? Okay, so here's your homework. I spelled pain wrong. What's your plain and pleasure? Have you noticed that I've been saying plain this whole time too? Oh my gosh, I can't say pain right. Anyways, But what is your pain? Oh my gosh, I'm going to die. What is your pain and pleasure that you want to speak to? What's your customer journey? So we went through the emotional, we went through the oh my gosh, I can't even remember, the intellectual, we went through all of that. And what are your 5 brand pillars for what you are focusing on? And I have worksheets that I can give you guys to help with this that you can fill out. And maybe hopefully that'll help. So I'll share all of this together, but hopefully that was helpful. So really, do you have any questions? Does this all make sense? No questions? Makes sense? Hopefully it was helpful.
It was. I really like, I know that I've heard like have your 5 things, but I like how you're dividing it. No, have 5 things for clients and 5 things for coaches.
And it's going to be like, it's going to be different in the different season of your business. Like obviously, and I feel like you know this, but just for like general, because some other people watching the recording might be thinking this, but like, so don't just do like 10 things. Like don't combine them into one. But I would say if you're splitting them, which is something that we kind of have to do as network marketers, which is different than we would do if we were like individual health coaches, split them in like weeks at a time or months at a time or something like that. So, and notice that the one that is focused on finding coaches and building your team still has the other piece, still has the health and fitness side of it so that people aren't confused. It's not like you're just talking about business all the time and people don't even know. And they're like, why does this business girl work out on her story all the time? Like they know that you're a health coach and that you can bring people in as a health coach or you can bring people in as a customer or as a client. So yeah, thanks for saying that. Anything else? Okay, awesome.
Thank you for the time.
What?
Thank you for taking the time and doing all of this.
Always. My pleasure. My plain and pleasure. Just kidding. Okay. Thank you for hopping on. I really appreciate you being here. And we will chat soon. Enjoy your Saturday.